Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Adedoyi. Oh, before that, hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I think that's the normal thing we do here. So welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're first time here, thank you for tuning in. And if you're a joint subscriber, you know now I love you guys. Thank you for always coming to see your girl. Thank you for always backing me up. What would I call it? Yeah. Thank you for always being there. And my new subscriber, yeah, thank you for joining this beautiful community. And on this channel we'll talk about life, marriage, god, motherhood and everything in between. And you know how we do it here. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Just click the like button right now. And today I have a very beautiful guest. I know you have seen the picture already, or the thumbnail already. You have seen that picture. So let me just introduce her, and she'll come in to introduce herself and sell her market. So I'm having Barbara's diary of my channel today, and to be an honor, let me just invite her in so she can introduce herself. Let her spill the milk herself. Let me not go and tell you rubbish. So let her tell you about herself, then we'll tell you what we came to do today. Hi,
Hi,
Barbie.
hi,
uh,
Sophie.
yeah, it was nice. It's nice having you today.
Oh, my pleasure to be here as well.
Yeah, and I was on Barbie's Diary some weeks back. So if you not check that video, we had a long chit chat and it was so interesting. We spent
Wow.
almost 1.5 hours just talking, and it was a sweet one. Yeah, I enjoyed coming to our channel, and I one of the reasons why I just said, okay, let me bring her to my channel so that we can also do the same.
Mhm.
But today's is just this chit chat. We are here on a serious
Let's be fair.
extra business. So I just feel I should just bring her here so that we can just do the topic together. And before that, let her introduce herself.
All right.
This is my first YouTuber friend that I'm having. Like my online YouTuber friend that we've not seen
It's
before.
not
So
speaking.
yeah, so can you introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, TSC, for having me. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? It's so beautiful and it's a pleasure and my honor, obviously, to be in your midst today. My name is Barbara, and my YouTube channel goes by the name Barbie's Diary. I am a foreign trained lawyer. I
Hmm.
am a mom of two. I am a YouTuber as well, and I reside in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Okay.
Ooh. It's like God is just telling me something about all these my friends that have a big career. Maybe God is telling me something, but actually I'm not that career person. So I think I should introduce myself in case if people from Bible's Diary are here. So
Mhm.
my name is Adedoyi. Right now I'm an operation specialist,
Mhm.
but I'm a fashion designer. That is my real job, but I've not started. I'm starting very, very soon. I've been saying this things for almost how many months, but we have to plan, we have to rebrand. So I'm a mother of two,
Mhm.
just like Barbary. And I came into Canada in September, like back between we came in September. And what else? I'm on YouTube too, so obvious.
Yeah.
So I don't what else? I'm a wife. So a sweet boy, with a sweet man. Let me put that one.
I love it for
Yeah.
you.
Let me put that one. Don't mind me. I love to laugh. So in case
Mhm.
so don't mind me. I love to laugh. So today's topic, let's go into this topic. And please, before that, please subscribe to Bible's Diaries
Thank
channel. It's very,
you.
very important. Please,
Thank
you guys
you.
just go there now and just put in the comments from Toyosi Great. Let her know we are the big deal.
Thank
So
you so
please,
much.
yeah. So today, like the topic already, we're talking
Mhm.
about which we want to compare Winnipeg to Edmonton. Edmonton. So let's compare the two cities together. I know
Mhm.
I made a video. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it up here, or
Okay.
I'll put it in my description box. I made a video about knowing the kind of not just coming to because everybody's traveling, everybody's jackpot. So you just want to go to Canada, you just want to go to UK, you just want to go to US without even knowing what is really happening in those kind of places. People are just like me before. I was like, I wanted to go to Canada. I didn't know how any idea where I want to go to Canada. I just want to leave Nigeria. But thank God I don't just jump into it. Even though we applied, me and my husband applied to Saskatoon, and
Mhm.
really we don't know anybody there. We don't know anything about the economy. We don't know anything about the city. And I feel like there's some people too in that kind of situation that just want to leave the country. We don't know where we're going to. And I
Mhm.
just feel we should just compare Winnipeg. I mean Winnipeg, and she's in Edmonton. So I just feel we should just compare those two cities in case if anybody's thinking of okay, I want to come to this. And Edmonton is in Alberta, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and Winnipeg is in Manitoba. So if you're thinking of okay, where is Winnipeg, where is FDT? So we just feel we should compare these two cities together. So if you're coming, you will know the decision to make. Okay.
Oh, sure.
So and we have some of our we jot some of the points down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I would love to tell you guys that these points we are giving you guys, we are not working with Manitoba or Canada, Canada government. We are giving you this based on our own research and our own experience.
Hmm.
Based on Google research, talking to neighbors, talking to people that you know, and our own personal research. So don't say that Doyi and Bible said even if you tell anything here, please make your research too. We're just here based on our own experience and research, and we're just like how many months in Canada? We're just like
Yeah.
we're not even up to 1 year in Canada, but yes, we have experiences too for people coming. So please, we're today. And the funny part is the number one topic we're talking about is the weather. And coming in September, we came towards the winter. Barbary, how is the weather like in Edmonton? So can you tell us about weather?
Okay, so I'm here to talk to you guys about Edmonton, and I'm just happy that seriously you put it out there that we don't work for, you know,
Canada government.
exactly. We're just sharing our experiences, like you rightly said. We're less than a year in Canada, and everything we're sharing with you is based on our own research. And we are telling you not to take our words for it as well. Also, make your own research.
Yeah,
And of course, this is just our experience. So it's important that you make your research, have these experiences, and then you can make a good judgment for yourself.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I would like to say first things first about Edmonton. Let me even give you a rundown of what Edmonton is
Okay.
just before I go into weather and all the questions you'll be asking me about Edmonton. Okay. So firstly, one thing you should know is that Edmonton is a city in the province of Alberta,
Mm-hmm.
and we are called different things. So we are known for as the festival city.
Mm-hmm.
We're also, yeah, so we're also known for being cultural. We're also known for our history. We are rich in history. We are rich in all of those good stuff, and we have a population right now of over, please, I'm looking at my book because I didn't carry anything in my
Yeah,
head.
of
This
course,
is
of course. We
cool.
are both looking at our book.
So we also have a population of over 1 million people, and we are the fifth largest city in Canada.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have a number of attractions which I'll get into later. I just thought to just give you that background information about Edmonton. Okay, so going back to the question you asked about the weather, how is the weather like in Edmonton? Because it's the first place I have really been to in Canada. I have not gone anywhere else. Everything I know about is about Edmonton. And so I'm just going to give you my experience. I'm not going to relate it with what it looks like somewhere else because
Okay.
this is the only place I know. I can only speak about what I know, right? So for weather in Edmonton, it is pretty and relatively cold. And from what I have heard, it is also really cold.
Yeah.
So cold is relative.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be in the same
Can you
place.
give us a degree? Like the highest degree?
We do double digits. We, at least from my experience, we've done as high as 30 something degrees, right?
Okay.
So we do double digits in degrees. So it can be 30 something degrees. It can feel like 40 something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but usually I've seen it go as high as 30, as a double digit 30 degrees and above. And it's
Yeah.
for a first timer, it really comes as a shock. It's right now I have PTSD thinking about winter. Well,
We're both there.
exactly. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It will come. So yeah, but I'm enjoying summer right now. Summer is cool, even though our understanding of summer, at least for me, let me speak for myself. I was thinking,
Just there.
oh, it's going to be just sun and just sun. But right now, it's sometimes it gets to rain, and I'm like, I thought you
Why is
guys
it
summer.
raining?
I thought summer was just
Yeah, I also have that.
happening, guys. It's not supposed to be
Yeah.
summer. So yeah, so it gets really cold, and it's not somewhere that is unbearable. We have a lot of parks, we have a lot of rivers, we have, all of these things that make it maybe even warmer. But is it warmer or chiller? Makes it even more chill. Let me use, I don't know if chiller is a word. Makes it even
Just use
more
the word. We understand. Thank
makes
you.
it even more chill. Let me
Yeah.
say it that way. So it makes it even more chill during these times of the year. But I believe that, yeah, it's pretty cold and people stay here. I mean, we have over 1 million people staying here, so you will cope.
Yeah. So, being let me say Winnipeg, fine. I've not been to any other city in Canada,
Mhm.
but they call us winter peg. So for a reason, they call us winter peg for a reason. Winnipeg is very, very cold.
Wow.
Compare if you check the weather forecast from every other city, Winnipeg is more colder than Edmonton, just a little. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we go to minus 40, minus 45 based on my experience too. I
Yeah.
remember a day I went out minus 80, minus 23 feels like 35. I almost wanted to die. Like as a new immigrant, I was literally crying, like, God, what is this? You know, and I remember some weeks back, I met with the Minister for Immigration and Labor, and he
Yeah.
was saying something about, I know that Winnipeg is cold, it makes us stronger. So you should know how cold our city is. Winnipeg is very, very cold. And talking about the summer, me too, I was expecting like once we get to summer, it's going to be extra sunny, like
Mhm.
sunny that you can't even do without using your shade. Those kind of sun that you feel like, God, I have to just rush in. But I started since rain. Why? Why? Why you come? I don't understand. I thought rain supposed to be before summer. There's a spring.
Mhm.
So why are we seeing rain during summer? People are just hyping the summer because when they used to hype the summer, like summer, summer, fine, I'm enjoying the summer right now
Oh
because
yeah.
there's a lot of activities. But
Oh yeah.
when it comes to the weather, I was expecting much. But right now, is what it is.
That's what it is.
So that
Yeah.
is it. Winter is Canada is very cold, but
Mhm.
I think it's just a little higher than
Right.
Edmonton.
Mhm.
So yeah. So number two we're talking about is cost of living
Oh yeah.
in terms of job.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do first the job first.
Mm-hmm.
As getting job looks like there. Is there plenty of opportunity in Edmonton? And in terms of business too, do you feel there's an opportunity there too?
Okay, so I'm just going to relate this really closely to what we have in Nigeria. It's just the way, and before I get into all the rudiments of this question, you understand that Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta. So
Okay.
what that means is that it's like where the government sits.
Yeah.
And so most of the government opportunities you would likely see for Alberta resides here in Edmonton.
Hmm.
So relating that to the question, do we have are there jobs in Edmonton? Yes, there are jobs, and it used to be it still is they have a particular name for it. I think it's called the oil capital of Canada. So
Okay.
it's usually is where you would call the oil and gas city.
Okay.
And so, but because oil is no longer booming as it used to,
Okay.
of course, that aspect, it doesn't mean that they don't still have people who work in the oil and gas industry. So yes, there are a lot of job opportunities here in Edmonton.
Okay.
All the government establishments, parastatals have a sitting here, and so you usually find jobs. There are a lot of
Okay.
jobs, white collar jobs, and of course all the other blue collar jobs, and
Okay.
even menial jobs as well.
Okay.
You have, yeah, you
Okay.
have them like you will have them anywhere else.
Okay.
I would want to say even more because this is where the government sits. It's just
Okay.
like, let's relate it back to Nigeria. It's just like you would say
Lagos
a
and
Lagos state and an
Abuja.
Abuja over any other city or
Okay.
state in
Okay.
Nigeria. So yeah, so that's exactly how it is. Of course, there are jobs every other place in Nigeria, but there'll be more jobs in places like Abuja and Lagos. So that's how it is in
Okay.
Edmonton because that's where the
Okay.
government sits. So
Okay. Yeah. The same thing. Winnipeg is the capital of Manitoba,
mhm,
and based on my research, they are not their job opportunity, but it's not as much as other like let's say Toronto city, other stuff. It's not as much as you guys like your city,
mhm,
but there's job opportunity. Like
mhm,
one of us, there's some my husband's job that he does in Nigeria. When we got here, we could not even see. He has done like two different roles, and there was a particular one we was looking for. And if you have to do that, you have to leave Winnipeg to I think. Toronto or Calgary. I'm not sure because
Yeah.
the office company is there. So
Oh
you have
yeah.
to leave for that city. So there are not a lot of job opportunity like that. Yeah. But and based on my research, based on because I'm a business person, based on my research, I heard that government are really helping people that want to start business here because they really want this city to develop.
Great.
Because this city is just like Winnipeg is like the same population is like the same population with Lagos. Like the whole of Winnipeg or
Wow.
the whole of Manitoba, I guess, is like the population of Lagos alone. So you know that it's not really a very large place, but they are growing. And the
Yeah.
governments are really helping the business. If you have a business idea, they can sponsor you. They can give you some, I don't know, should I call it loan? They can give it just to build, because they want those business to develop in this area. So they
Yeah.
are bringing a lot of people in to work and all. So
Mhm.
that's what they're doing right now. So I
Yeah.
want to talk, the wages, the minimum wages. How is it like? How much is the minimum wages in Edmonton?
I believe it's the same. I really did not
Can you
check
check? Can you check?
exactly. I can quickly check that right now.
Yeah.
I really did not check exactly what the
Per
minimum
hour.
is, yeah,
Okay.
per hour. But just like you mentioned, I know you mentioned something about Toronto right now.
Hmm.
And I dare say that with Toronto, I understand that aside from every other job, they have the private sector booming as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but we do not have the private. Of course, we have the private sector here, but we do not have it booming like you have in other, other places like Toronto, right?
Okay.
But here in Canada or here in Edmonton, yes, you have the public sector is booming because this is where the government of Alberta sits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So let me just base till you search since you are still searching.
I've
So
gotten it already.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So the minimum wage for Edmonton is exactly what it is, I believe, in Canada, which is the standard, is still $15 per hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
So before Winnipeg as the last year, Winnipeg was 13,
Mm-hmm.
13 per hour. So I think they just changed it in July. Is it
Mm-hmm.
July? Okay, I'm not sure, but just changed it this year to $15 30 cents per hour.
Nice. It's still
So
15 here. What's the minimum
So
wage in
just changes. But
Edmonton?
before, as the
Mm.
last day when I resumed, when I first got to Canada, it was still $13. But now it has increased to
Which is
$15,
which is great.
which is great. So we are still almost in case we are coming. So just pick your choice.
I think
Yeah.
the thing is for
So
yeah.
yeah. Do you want
I
to say
was
something?
gonna, yeah, I was going to say that for the cost of living in Canada, in Edmonton, pardon me, for the cost of living, I believe that the cost of living in Winnipeg is slightly lower than the cost of living in Edmonton.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
about 4.6%, if I recall correctly, when I
Yeah.
checked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yours is high. So that's why we are doing
yeah,
it gradually so they can all see the
yeah.
wages. Then
Mhm.
next we move to the rent
Yes.
in your side. So how is the rent like? The
Okay, so
average
yeah,
rent.
so for rent as well, it's fairly what you will get in or what you expect for places like Edmonton. So a one bed and a one bath, for instance, would go as high as $1,000 and above. And so for a one bed or for a two bed and one bath or two bed and two bath would go for as much as 1.2 to 1.5. So usually within that duration. So this would also depend on
Kind
what
of
is
house.
the kind of house it is, what facilities or what are the amenities that are coming with
Um,
the house, and what you get to pay for at the end of the day. So some might include all the amenities, some you might still have to pay out of pocket for.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
According to Google, because I searched to Google and they were like one bedroom flat in Winnipeg is 1,198 as
mhm.
at July 2023.
Hmm.
That was this month.
So that's the average.
Yeah, and that is like 6% increase compared to the previous year. But
Hmm.
I know as I when we got here, I know that some people still pay 800, 900, 1,000, depending
Yeah.
on what you're getting. There's a
Hmm.
particular house I love so much. That one is 1,450 and it's two bed, two bedroom, and everything inclusive except car park. Yeah.
Okay.
So that one depends on you. My own side is like 1,750.
For two bed,
Everything.
two baths.
Yeah. So it depends on the kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
But what we just say is minimum average we get for one bed in Winnipeg is 800, 900, depending on the area you are getting and depending on what other things is coming with
Coming
the
with, yeah.
apartment.
I will leave
So
everything to 1,000. Yeah.
I think everything is more than that because you guys are kind of expensive than us. Yeah.
But you're saying your own is 800, 900. I said my own is 1,000. That's still more now.
Okay. Let's go to groceries. Let's go
Yeah.
to
So,
groceries. We are both family of four.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it makes it fair.
The grocery part, in fact, speaking about grocery, I'm already pissed because the way we were buying groceries one like almost a year ago and what it is now is like
Yeah.
what is happening. So
Yeah.
I believe it's a general inflation problem, right? So I'm not
Hmm.
going to tie it to just us. So for a family of four in Edmonton, I believe your groceries will depend on
What you are eating?
what your taste bud looks like. And because some people will not want to eat chicken, they are okay with eating
Beef.
sausage.
Mhm.
And they'll be fine.
And some people just do meat sharing. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
But
Anyone your hand can.
why some of you cannot go to the farm to go and burn cow? You have to just think about those things.
Some people will not eat out. They prefer to cook. Some other
Mhm.
people will eat out. They want to eat pizza. They want to eat burger, and
Yeah.
it's okay. So whatever you decide for yourself, but that's just by decide anyway. That was on the lighter note. So for groceries as well, I believe that monthly, and this is me being fair, I
Mhm.
believe you can do like a thousand Canadian dollars every month on
Mhm.
groceries, and you'll be fine, and you will get the basic and maybe some extra, some little treats in,
Yeah.
yeah, inclusive.
Yeah. So my side, according to Google, even though I disagree, and but you said based on everybody's taste bud. So according to Google, it say that is 4,701 5 cents Canadian dollar for a family of four. And I'm like, eh? How much is the husband and the wife collect?
See, I like that you did a lot of research with Google for this matter, but this one is real life experience.
So let me just give you my real life experience because when I saw that, I was like, what is that? Is it that I'm
What
not
are we
feeling well?
what are we eating in this Canada?
So sometimes depend on what we are eating or what we are taking that month. Sometimes you have to buy. Maybe you buy rice, buy it in bulk. Like I have one particular rice I've eaten since February. I bought it since February. I've not finished that rice because I
Wow.
bought like 20 kg. So it depends on that particular much I'm buying. Like a lot. Like
Mhm,
there's a particular semo I used to buy like 10, 12 at once. Later I see it.
mhm.
So it depends on that. But weekly, so most times we go to the market twice in a week. Sometimes we go twice, no, twice,
Looking at
once
you.
in 2 weeks, sorry, once in 2 weeks.
Twice
Ah,
in a week. When you're
once
not
in two
sleeping
weeks.
in
Ah,
the
no, no, no,
grocery
no, no. Once in 2 weeks.
store.
And
Okay.
that means that one once in 2 weeks, maybe I just feel like, we bought everything for this month, we're not going again. Before you know what happened, milk has finished.
Something
Before you
will
know what
finish.
happened, just think. So let me just say we go twice in a month to
Mm-hmm.
get grocery. And the first times, maybe we might spend like, sometimes we spend 250 something,
Mm-hmm.
250 something, sometimes 300. Because I noticed that whenever you buy, especially superstore, if you buy more than 300, there's a gift for you. So anytime I know that we get a gift, you don't buy too much. uh, sometimes, so let me just say in a month we spend. Sometimes we spend 600, sometimes we spend 800. I don't think we spend 1,000. Except maybe that much we are buying pizza, buying with all this I'm talking about, we still buy ice cream cone, all those things. But I just say the most we spend is, let me be fair enough. But my husband will say that no be you they pay. That's why they talk like this. Now 100. Let me just put it that way. I wanted to cut it down, but I knew that my husband was like, maybe it's not your salary. So seriously, let's just say 900
Okay.
as a family of four.
Fair
And
enough.
remember, my kids are still small, like yours too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think it's a small children that eat most of junks.
I have
So,
a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old.
we don't know about family of other adults. We don't know about them, but
Yeah.
according to our own children and the way we
So
eat
how old are your
mostly.
kids?
One is four, one
One
is
is
be two
two. Yeah.
in October.
Okay.
So according to the way we eat, much more of milk and cereal and other things. So depends. And
Yeah.
the month that we are going to buy pepper in bulk is still coming. So, but maybe that one will calculate that one again.
Yeah.
In September now, by September everybody will start buying in bulk.
Mm.
in tomato and patache. So
Mm.
maybe then we'll not do another cost. But for now, let's say we are spending 900 monthly.
Yeah, I think we average 1,000, and I mean that's fair enough considering that
Okay.
cost of
So
living is a bit higher.
yeah, yeah. So let's talk about getting a house in Canada. I don't know, maybe you are making your research already, which is normal. Everybody that comes to Canada, one of the things that is always in our head is we want to get a house.
Oh, you mean home ownership? Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking rental.
No,
Okay.
we've talked about rent already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
So
the first thing that's always in our head is let's get our house, because if you calculate the amount you're paying monthly on the rent, you just like, oh, why can't I get my house and be paying the mortgage?
yeah.
So what is it like in everything? I know there will be some research already. So what is it like in everything?
Yeah, I believe that is so research wise, I will not hold myself out as saying I've done a lot of research about home ownership yet, to be honest with you. So I would say that it's pretty pricey. Everybody's complaining about
Yeah,
the that inflation has made rental to be really high, and home ownership has even gone up. And for our province, Alberta as a whole, not even Edmonton, the what is happening right now is that a lot of influx from other provinces to buy houses in Edmonton has increased you know the prices of uh buying a house in Edmonton. So people from other provinces, I don't want to call anybody before they start calling me out, but people from other provinces are coming here to buy because the amount, if you want to buy, say you want to buy a 4 bed here, or say 1,800 square feet home here in Edmonton, if it's going to cost you, say, $500,000 here in Edmonton, perhaps somewhere else it might cost
yeah.
even
US
650 or
US is
700 or
cheaper.
900 or a million. And so a lot of them are saying, you know what, rather than spend that money there, why not look for a job in Edmonton and then move the family over here and still own a home here. So that
Yeah,
has increased what home ownership would be, because from conversations I've had with people, what the price used to be some years ago is not what it is now.
yeah.
So for instance, a house that would cost 500,000 some years back, right now you get it for
650.
as much as 650, 700. A house that used to cost 350 some years down the line, right now they are going for 550 and above. So that's the disparity we face, but it's not an admitting problem. I think it's just a general.
Generally, I think it was because of the lockdown that caused a lot of stuff to
Yeah, I hear that as well.
yeah, in Canada, let me just say, according to Google, the average house price in Winnipeg is 348,700.
Mhm.
Maybe that was not this year, but they said in May 2023, house prices in Winnipeg were down by 5.5% compared to the previous year.
I dare say
But
that this your Google is not current though.
yeah, I want to say because I'm seeing May 23, and what I'm seeing here is because a friend of mine just moved to their house, and I know
How much
how
is
much
it?
they
Yeah.
went through. And based on some research we've made, you can't even get the house. The least, if you want to get a good house from here, is from 650, and that 650 self, it might not be what you really want, because by the time you start upgrading some part of the house, the money will start increasing.
Mhm.
So I just feel but if you are buying a house that is already been built, is more lesser than starting a house from scratch.
Yeah, or a
So it depends on or
house.
there's another house that they will have built that maybe you shared apartments. So it depends on what you want. But the average to me, based on my own research, not Google right now, based on what I've seen people do, 650.
Yeah, it's
For
about the
three
same range
bedroom,
for us.
another normal thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
650.
about the same range for us as well. We do the houses here cost 500. You would get houses for 500, five
Mhm.
fifty, but those would be like the barest minimum. Yeah, and then of course it goes up like that depending on what you want. So it's really down to your taste. And
Mhm.
like you mentioned, if you want to upgrade as well, that should cost you some more money. So
A lot, not even little. What? So by the time you hear some of the upgrade, you're like why? What? Like I even call someone to come and do it, man. you know. But really,
yeah.
it is what it is. So with that, so the second one is car insurance. The other one is car insurance. So how is it like in your side?
Okay, so car insurance will depend on if you are doing it annually or monthly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I know that it also depends on your
Huh?
claim ratio as
Okay.
well. So have you had accidents with the car? Have they had to repair the car and all of those kind of um factors will
Mhm.
determine how much you're charged for insurance. It's a point-based system as well, at least from my conversation recently, or the conversation my husband had recently that I eavesdropped on. I know that I know that it's a point-based system. And right now, insurance for a sedan would cost as much. So a comprehensive, I think comprehensive should go as much as 200 and something. And then
Monthly.
yes, monthly.
Okay.
And then if you're going to I think a third party with some additions, it can cost lesser. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's
Um.
exactly what it is.
Um. I don't really want to go deep into car because the only thing I do is to drive. I don't. I don't really know much about. All I do is just drive. Even to do anything about that car, I don't know. Don't know how the car will come and carry the car. But really, like what I'm saying is so serious. There's a particular day. That's another story for that day. I got a police letter. They have to. I disobey the. That's another thing. But they don't have the car paid.
For
I'm the
real.
one driving, but they don't have the car paid.
So you disobey traffic sign.
Said they said I because there's a picture. Okay, I drive that 65. How would I put it? The traffic limit there was 50, so I drove 65.
Baby girl. You think you're on Lagos
I I
roads?
did not know. I did not see. It was there's some of the there's some area that you don't have
Limit,
the
yeah.
the sign limit, but now when you see the road that is wide, it's not like the
Just,
one in your
just
country is wide.
tiring.
You have vroom, Lagos by the expressway, so I have to pay like 2 or 3. Yeah, so I think that's a new thing. And another one too that I did. This is my second time, but let me not talk about that one. So so
At this point,
insurance.
we'll collect cash. Yes.
This one is a silly mistake. The other one is not with traffic this thing. I entered the wrong I'm not supposed to make a right on that particular time of the
Oh
day. And I
yeah.
was following the map. I went to pick the kids in school. And I don't want to miss my way. So I guess I have to follow what the map is telling me because I'm not sure of the road. And I just saw the police, Madam Parker, you're not supposed to turn to the left on this by this time. Imagine it was just 30 minutes late. If I wait after 30 minutes, I'll have gone. So I should have not listened to map, but I think
Yeah.
it's just if it's that one, if it's that one, I'm not angry.
It's a
But
learning
the
point. Did they
yeah,
were you fined as well or just a warning?
eh? They gave me the pink letter. That's how the story. Now that I'm laughing,
Let's
two
not
or
even
three,
debate for
two
real.
or
Let's not even
three, 2 or 3 is a big money. I beg. Mm.
oh so
So
sorry.
but insurance monthly for car is averagely. I don't want to just put average is 100. So
Hmm.
in a year that's 1,000. That's
Oh,
averagely cost
somebody
of the
was
car.
even charging us about I think over 3,000 plus when we
You know
came. We're
that?
like, okay, guy, we cannot afford that right now. So let's do monthly.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so we started doing monthly and I think we're able to beat it for less than 200. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to that. So we are done with the cost of living. So
Okay.
everything we're talking
So
about was all about the cost of living.
yeah.
So now let's go to the university system. So how
Okay.
many university are in Nigeria? Both university, both college. I mean,
Okay, I just googled for just university.
yeah.
So for sure I know that
I
we
think
have
they call them both the university and they call them the same thing. Yeah.
oh okay. So I we have just
Wow.
eight universities here and they are really big universities. Like
Wow.
you hear of University of Alberta, which is a very big university. You hear of Mackenzie University and they have some other really, really big universities that are known for their research and something else. They're known for something else. Hold on. I think I took it down because I was an education centers, yes. So research, especially University
Yeah.
of Alberta, is known for research.
So in Winnipeg we have like 6 university. But all those 6 universities, they are college. We only have two. So let me just say we have two university and 4 other college.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think yeah, there's a 6 university. But mostly when you see this clinical college, something college, so I think I applied to 2 other college when I first got here. Government gives free if you want to go to school, there's a free loan, there's a loan and a grant. I was thinking of going to school when I came here, but It's not the right thing now. So I know about two.
Mm-hmm.
But the most popular university and even most Nigerian know about is University of Manitoba and University of Winnipeg, and
Yeah.
they're here in Winnipeg. So those are the two popular university out of the six other university that is in Winnipeg. But
Oh,
I think those are the
nice.
most popular, and Nigeria are plenty. I think Nigeria are much in that University of Manitoba. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So,
good.
so the
Yeah.
next point is the shared care support and shared benefit.
Yeah. When I
So,
okay,
okay. So I
go
would love to ask, how much the government pay
on. Hmm.
monthly in for child support, averagely
Okay,
per
on the
child?
because I know that it's not a round figure.
Yeah,
And when I saw that, I was like, but this figure is the same
depending on your
everywhere in Canada and will depend on what the family income is,
yeah,
as well as how many children you have. So
that
there are a lot
enough.
of there are a lot of factors, and if they are uh, below 18 years,
Yeah.
so there are a lot of factors that come into play with how much you get to earn. So is one CRA we have, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we have one CRA, and I think our own tax office here in Alberta is in Winnipeg because that's
Okay.
where we submitted all of our documentation to. So
Okay.
it's the same amount, but it usually falls between 1,100 and above.
Per child or two?
Oh, that's for two children because I have
Okay.
two.
Okay.
So I think if it's one, it should be like 650 ish or
Okay.
550, oh maybe 550 thereabout.
So and in Winnipeg is four averagely per child is 430
Hmm.
per child is 430 averagely depending on your income.
It has
There's
to be
some,
depending on your
so
income.
not when you say that they'll give you for no do your research and
Yeah.
do your research very well. And depending if you have two kids, just know you're taking double. There's a way they will calculate their stuffs. But the average we get per child is 430 in Winnipeg.
Okay,
So let's
that's
talk about the subsidy, daycare subsidy. Do you guys have daycare
oh
subsidy?
yeah. So for that as well, yes, we do have daycare subsidy, and it's there's the grants, and then there's the subsidy. So it comes in two two branches, if I will call it
Okay.
that. Yeah. So it comes in two branches, and government gets to pay both of them, and then you get to pay whatever is the difference. So
Okay.
usually that would range between 200 to 250 ish, something about around that, yeah, upward. So that's just it just depends. And
Winnipeg, we are they are taking care of us. So I don't know. So in Winnipeg, the is $10. You pay $10 per
per
day
day.
in daycare.
Mhm.
$10. I think it was more than that before. I think it was 30 something before.
Oh, it used to be
So
high, yeah.
yeah, but in April they changed it to $10 per day.
Mhm.
And the only children that are entitled to that is from 12 downward, 12 years downward. And the family that can get into that can use that is the family that can get that is those people that their average net income is from 37,542 upward.
Okay.
You know, so if your this is 37 to maybe 87 yearly, not monthly, oh. What- so you have to go to the school, check the school that is collecting subsidy. There's some school that they are
We collect.
government, what they used to call them, they are government oriented. I mean, they are government, I don't know how to use put that, but they don't collect, they not used to do the subsidy. So it's not all schools. So there's some schools that okay, they subsidize, government say yes, and they do. And there's some school that they said no, we don't. So they still collect that $28 per day, $28 per day,
Yeah.
depends. So imagine that $10 per day is something.
It's a lot.
Imagine, because I remember I almost took my child to daycare of 1,000 something, 700 in a month. So imagine someone that's paying, it goes a long way. It
Yeah.
goes a long way. And luckily for me, the school my children are going is just a free daycare. The government are paying for it. That's under this entirely. There's a way they do that. You
That's
apply,
cool.
and my two kids are on free. I don't want to say on free daycare for 1 year, and they give them free food. I have a video about that. Go and check it if you've not seen
Yeah.
it. So there's
But
another program entirely for that. There's
yeah,
some organizations that come together to help new immigrants rather,
Immigrants.
that just come to Canada. They know that you are still looking for money and you're looking for job. You know you have somewhere, you want somewhere to put your child so you can be able to fend for yourself, and they help to assist with that. And it's
That's
a
great.
very good one.
Yeah.
So come to Winnipeg.
I'm happy about that. I think it's a good initiative. I mean, if I get to save the money I now pay as the extra on my child's daycare now,
Hmm.
yeah, I think that will go a long way. So if you have that, you're lucky. So if that's
Yeah,
what is important to you, I mean,
yeah.
Winnipeg is the place to be.
Come to Winnipeg if that is what you want. You want freak school? Let me come advertise. Sorry, let's be serious. Okay, the next thing is the next thing is child safety and raising child. This one is not the matter of Google. It's not the matter of government. It's just personal. So, how do you feel about raising a kid in Edmonton? Is it safe for raising kids? Is it fine? Like in my side, let me put it on my side. Winnipeg. I don't know about you guys. Drug is very legal. So far you're 18 and above, you're free to. Or like my country, it is not. Nigeria, it is not. So coming here, fine about religion and other stuffs. I think religion, there are a lot of Christians here. The same way there are Muslims, the same way there are some people that don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
Just do your thing and just I just feel based on my own experience, I feel it's kind of safe because everywhere is not safe. So I'm not just coming and say, oh, it's not safe to train the child here. My country too, it's not that it's safe like that too. We are everybody, but it just depends on the area you're staying.
Uh-huh.
Fine, where I used to go every morning to drop my kids when I'm moving, when I pass there every day, I think when I was still in the house, staying in the house, I feel, ah, Winnipeg is the best decision. But when I start going out, going to drop my kids in school, because it's somewhere around the downtown area, I see a lot. I see people that are homeless. I see people sleeping on the road. I see people smoking. The same thing that happens in Oshodi, that happens in all those parts of Lagos, in all those deep Saleko kind of Lagos that we feel, it's only in Nigeria. No, it happens everywhere. The only difference is that drugs are legal here and it's illegal in Nigeria. So that's the only thing I just feel like if a child just comes up and say, I'm not yet in that stage, so I can't say about that. I want to drink. I want to go and drink. So far, the thing is, if you like shout, do this. The laws, the rules, I mean, what would I call it? The law allowed that. It just takes the grace of God and prayer as a mother to always pray for your child's safety.
Parents.
Yeah, as a parent rather, and even and even when it comes about the gender, it's everything just about God's grace. You know, everything just prayer. So I will not say that it's not. I will not say that Winnipeg is not safe. What I would just say is that it depends on you, depends on the moral you put into your children as young as they are, depend on the value, you know, and I think it's good to go.
Okay, so I'm just going to come in really quickly for Edmonton as well. So I believe that, I mean, I gave a disclaimer at the beginning that this is the only place I've been to. So I really cannot say much about other places, but it's such a good place to raise a family. Like, it's a city that is cultural, that is well rooted in its history. So
In Canada too.
you understand that somewhere that, I mean, there are different things everywhere. We can't
Yeah.
even, yeah. So downtown also has is pandemic of this kind of people, which
Yeah.
is, the government is trying to rehabilitate them and put them in line. And
They do that here too.
yeah,
They even have a lot of center home for them.
yeah,
Even sometimes after some years, they'll say, okay, you are good to go. They give you a very huge amount of money to go and start all over.
that's all. Yeah,
And guess what? Some people still comes back.
yeah. So we have all of those kind of things, but it's always important when, as a family or as an immigrant, when you're
Hmm.
coming into whatever province it is, whatever city it is, just ensure that you are taking note of what the safe places are, where the safe places are, and that is where you should be looking at.
Okay.
So my first advice, usually to people who reach out to me on my YouTube channel as well, will be to look for areas that are
Good environment.
perhaps far
Yeah.
away from the down.
Because sorry for saying that. Because if you get a good environment, automatically children's school will be around that vicinity.
Yeah.
And if anything's going on in the school, you will know because it's in your area.
Yeah.
So
So
you can continue.
it's always good to look for those kind of, your what your value system is. So what you hold there to. My area is a residential area. You don't come outside and see people hanging around. You don't come outside and see uh different kind of people, doing all sorts. And so if that is what appeals to you as an individual, then those should be the kind of areas you should be looking at to rent a home or rent a house or whatever. And so you can stay in these places that have all of these things, but you can choose the area where you want to raise your children,
Yeah.
because the society will impact them no matter how you put it, or no matter where you stay. So if this is what they see every day, they would have that kind of mindset. In Alberta as well, cannabis is legal so long as you're 18 years, so long as you're buying it off of a licensed store or off
Hmm.
of a website that is legal.
Hmm.
You are free to do so. And we're not at that age yet, thankfully. Our children do not have parents that do all of these things,
Hmm.
and they also are young enough not
To,
go
to do
there.
it.
Or
Yeah.
we are bringing up people who would be role models in many ways. And so, whatever appeals to them, by the grace of God, will put them in the right path where they get to choose, even
Amen.
without us being there. Because I don't
Yeah.
want you to do it because mommy says you should not do it. I want
Do
you
it.
to, the
Because
things
it's not
kind
good.
of
He wants you to do it because he knows it's not good. Yeah.
exactly the kind of upbringing we should be giving our kids, and this goes out to every immigrant, would be, bring them up in a way that even if you are not there, we do not pray not to be in the life of our kids, but even if you are not there, you are sure that without, they're going to make the right decisions for
Without
themselves.
us being there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
so we don't want to bring up children that are saying, "Oh, well, I don't know why I'm not doing it, but because mommy says I should not do it, that's why I'm not doing it." No, you should be able to
No.
make a decision for yourself and know how to choose good over evil in any situation you find yourself. So those are the kind of children we want to bring up in this country.
Okay. Yeah. And so help us God.
Yeah, so help us God,
So
exactly.
the other one is social life. Really, let me talk about Winnipeg. Really, I like. Like I love. Since I've gotten married, I'm not the kind of. Not even since I've gotten married. Even I'm not the kind of girl that
To
go out.
clubs.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of. Maybe I had the opportunity twice or three times in my life, but
Hmm.
I've never been that kind of girl. Though that would not say that if there's no one there, those are the kind of social life I know about. But according to research, I heard that Winnipeg is kind of boring.
Oh.
They're not that social. But right now, things are getting better. Things are getting involved about things like recently. There's some comedian, I don't want to mention him. I know you went for one that came to Winnipeg and maybe came to you guys' side. So that even right now, presently, there's some gospel musician coming to the popular one coming to Winnipeg. There's some there's a particular program they used to do here for maybe Nigeria in Winnipeg. There's a particular to bring Nigeria actors and actresses, and people they start coming because people used to say that Winnipeg are boring, but now I think people are trying. The Nigerian here, most especially, are trying to bring people, to have that feelings that okay, we are also in another man's country, but we can still bring Nigeria into this country. So it's happening, and people are really doing that. But about clubbing, did this, I don't really know anything about that because I don't do that. I know Barbara is yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't do that,
Don't
but
believe
really,
everything you see on social media. She told.
but really, social life here is getting better. Let me just put it that way. But it's not like the Lagos vibe. It's not yet
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay, so for here, I'm not going to bother myself with clubs and all of those things. If that's the kind of life you want, for sure that you will see a
You will
number
see
of
it
places.
there.
Yeah, you will see. So
Because they even have a lot of what is called where they drink. They have
yeah,
a
so
lot of big stores. If you so
yeah, those are not the attractions I will speak about Edmonton are national, those things that are dear to us, that make us stand out from the crowd. I mean, aside from all of these other social life. So I'm going to speak about, us having the second largest mall
people are
in
people are
Canada.
having pride in.
And that is the West Edmonton Mall. I mean, you should
Yeah.
have heard about it. If you haven't, please read about
We
it.
too, we have the largest polo mall here. What do
So
you mean?
yeah, so we have the West Edmonton Mall, and that attracts tons of people every year to Edmonton, right? People come to Edmonton and they want to go there. We also have the Royal Museum, right? Royal Alberta Museum. Yes, that's also a place that holds our history, our culture, holds all of those things that are dear to us. I mean,
I
we
think
are
there's a
called.
museum here too, but I don't really. I've not gone there before.
Thomas, allow me to do my Kolo New
Eh,
York,
check where I got your deep fried. Oh yeah,
guys.
People.
People should tell, people should tell her to let me be free.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Spill it,
we have
spill it.
that as
Sell
well.
your market.
We have I wish I'd been paid for this. We have the Fort Edmonton Park as well. We
Yeah.
have, all of these places. There is the Rogers Place, there is the Edmonton Tower. There are different places that you can visit and just love the city. So I've heard people say negative things about Edmonton. And do you know what? I am not moved. Do you know why? Because you really cannot talk about somewhere you do not know. It's just me coming to come and say Winnipeg is this, Winnipeg is that. Have I been there? What do I know?
Oh,
So if you cannot, so how do you engage somebody that does not know what they are saying really?
that's true.
So I do not put myself in those kind of conversations. For people that have come to Edmonton and have experienced the city, they go back with better things. Perhaps it might not even be their Toronto kind of vibe, but it is not the vibe they thought it was. It is much
Uh-huh.
greater.
Better.
Yeah, we have all of these side attraction. The transport system is cool. We have all of this beautiful transport system that works really well. It might not be the best. It can be better, and they are working towards it to make it better. So that is good as well. So we have all of these things that make the social life bubbling. Right now, we have what we call Taste of Edmonton. So it's like what you would have, like your GT food festival that you have in Lagos,
Oh yeah.
where different people with different making different kind of food and come together, and people are in this big place and they can try different spots. We have that going on right now. We also have something close to the Calgary Stampede that's it's called K
Mm.
Days. Is happening currently right now. I should have a video about that currently because my husband and I and our friends and the kids are going to visit that place, and I'm sure I'm going to make a video about that. So please be on
That's
the
the
lookout
good
for that as
one.
well. Yeah, so we have all of these beautiful things that are happening in summer. So the summer doesn't sleep.
At
So
all.
aside from all the comedy nights and all of the many attractions you get to see, you also have all of these things that bring people together and people of the city. Now I understand why people cannot wait for summer, because it's from one activity to another, and
Another.
it's so
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Don't say that I did not tell you. We have Bison here too. We have
Are
more.
you sure?
Before you will say I did not tell you, we have more. Just
Is it-
that I did not. I've not gone there before. Like I said, so I don't want to just jump,
yeah.
go and jump on Google search alone. I know that there is a very big Apollo mall here. It's a very large one,
Okay.
and they have outlet mall. They have a
Hmm.
lot of mall here, and there's IKEA if you want to buy. I think IKEA in Edmonton. Um,
I
there's
don't
IKEA
know.
here. There's
There
IKEA
should
here. I think they're always in one
Yes,
city.
you're just trying to make sure that there's one
So
thing that you don't
please,
miss
those
out.
are there are a lot of things here.
I beg. Let me check.
So
Let me check.
okay, I check.
Edmontonians, I'm here for you guys. We have, please. It's in Northwest.
We didn't talk about
102 Street.
transport. People using bus.
Oh, yes, I mentioned
So
it slightly. Yeah, we have that
how much
here.
do you guys pay? Yeah,
Oh, we
for
paid
bus.
$3 50
It's,
cents.
is the same thing in Winnipeg too.
Yeah, we pay $3.50. But then
Mhm.
you have all those bus pass you can buy that you
Yeah,
can through the month,
yeah,
and
exactly. And anywhere you're going, just three
you just
dollar. Yeah.
yeah. So
I think
it's
for adults, I think for the younger one is
it's free.
$2. Is it free? I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
for
$2
us.
something. Yeah.
For children is free. Then for young adults and above, I think it's a flat rate of $3.50.
Okay. And getting your PPL, like coming to Canada, coming to anything, how fast? What are the routes? Let me just put it that way. What are the routes you can?
It's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
So
No, I
because
don't think some people do family.
uh,
The family. I don't think it's all. I don't think it's all people that do
yeah,
family.
because I know that we use express entry,
Okay.
right? And so I really do not have so much knowledge about all the other. I know there's the study route and all the other routes. So I
Yeah,
really don't have.
federal screen worker, those kind of they are
Yeah,
different.
yeah. So I really do not have so much knowledge about every other route, but right now they have the nomination program as well that people used to come into Canada, which is one I googled, and that's what I found out was that this program, which is the Alberta Immigration Nominee Program,
They do it here too.
yeah, that program is one of the easiest. Alberta is one of the easiest provinces to get the PR in Canada. Yeah,
Okay.
in 2003, in 2023, pardon me. So I
Okay.
did that research and I found out that it's one of the easiest province to get because of this particular program. One of the easiest province to get PR in Canada. But you know that
There are a
as
lot of
all
things
my
to.
heart for Google matter.
So really, this is the same thing. Winnipeg too is the same thing like you guys, and like we used to say, like our this thing, friendly Manitoba. That's one of our stops in
Oh,
Canada.
that's so
Friendly
cute.
man, they are so friendly and
Oh,
they
that's
believe in
cute.
family when it comes to family. So this particular route that I didn't know what this called, I think is it's still PR, but
Mhm.
when you have a family here that can sign for you,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they do that.
Family nomination something.
Yeah, so they do it a lot here because they believe in family.
Yeah.
They believe in
Nice.
family, they believe in friends. They do the friends part too, but just that the points you will get if a friend sign for you is not as much as if a family sign for
Family.
you. So because
Oh,
they really believe in family, they believe in unity. Yeah, so it's still the same thing. So Winnipeg and Edmonton is just like I think the cost of living in Winnipeg is just 9% lower than NGT. So automatically they are tired and can they? So
yeah.
we have the same in short, almost everything is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe a little. So which means that both city are not bad. So
Yeah.
if you are planning to come to any of the city, it's a good one for you.
It's a good
You
one
know,
for you.
because I know
Yeah.
some people will be like, I want to do this. I don't know what is happening here. I want to do this. I don't know what is happening here. And I feel if I would get other people from any other
Province or city.
province, I might bring them. We should talk about their city or their province together. So that people will have knowledge of where they are going to, what is happening there. Because I know about Nova Scotia that they do more farming there. So if you are like agricultural student, you love farming, why not? You can go to that kind of place. So I think I should just, I don't know. Let's see if a YouTuber, you want me to, two of us to compare our city together, please just message me and then
Okay.
we'll do a lot of videos about that. And it's nice having you again here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Thank you
know,
so
I
much. Thank
always love to have you I always love to chat with you because I
you.
feel we have things to talk together, like we have some things in common, and
Yeah.
which is so sweet.
Thank you
And
so much.
please, if you've not yet to subscribe to Barbie's Diary channel, what are you waiting for?
Oh,
Eh?
thank you.
What are you? Just go. She's a very sweet. You just be laughing. I used to watch her video very well. And it's an interesting channel. Yeah, she has a lot of educative. It's not about just sitting down alone and talking. You have a lot of things to say. And I always one of the YouTubers I watch most of her videos
Thank you.
is Barbara Diary. So please go and
Yeah.
subscribe. And if you are watching our video right now, I'm not subscribed to my channel.
What are you waiting for? Like what
Let me give you that face.
why? Let's
Like,
give this
actually,
bombastic side eye.
yeah,
Like
like
why?
boss. Oh yeah, like the video now, subscribe
Yes,
and
thank you.
share.
Yeah, yeah,
Appreciate.
yeah,
So thank you for watching our video. If you want us to do more videos together, you can just put the topic in the comment section. If
yeah,
you have some points we've not talked about, put it in the comment section. I'm so sure both of us will watch both of us will look out for the comment section and we answer
yeah.
your questions. And
Sure.
please, we'll see you next time.
Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Thanks so much for having me, Toya Sigre, and your guys on the
Bye.
channel.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.